Hello, welcome to Awakening Consciousness Tarot. My name is Michael, and in this video I'm going to be doing a general reading for all signs for the 7th of February 2021. It's a general reading, so take from it what resonates with you and leave what doesn't. The timing of the reading is also fluid, so if you come across this video after the 7th and you feel inclined to watch it, then there might be a message for you in the reading. For the reading I'm going to be using the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot deck. I'm also going to be using Power Animal Oracle cards and Healing with the Angels Oracle cards. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say for today, the 7th of February 2021. So messages for the 7th of February 2021, please. Okay, so the first card is the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is about an opportunity coming in from life, coming in from the universe, but the character in the card is unable to see the opportunity coming in because he's looking at what he's already got, these three cups, and isn't grateful for them, and he doesn't see, he feels unfulfilled with what he's got and doesn't really know how to move forward. Because he's focused on that, he's not able to see the next step. So that's the first card for today. Let's see what other cards we have coming out to expand upon this Four of Cups. And the next card is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords represents an assisted movement from perhaps a troubled time, represented by this choppy water, over to a clearer, more peaceful time, represented by this more tranquil part of the lake or the river here. So when you have this Six of Swords next to this Four of Cups, suggesting there is definitely something coming in to assist you in some way, but it might be that it's not taking the form that you would expect it to. You might say, well, I want to move over in this direction or do whatever, and it needs to be like this. Well, life is saying, well, yeah, you can have what it is that you want, but we're going to bring it into you in this way rather than this way. So it's suggesting, in order to get this assistance, just change perspective slightly, and then you might see this pathway, you might see this passageway towards what it is that you're actually looking for. Let's see what else we get. And the Eight of Cups just jumped out. So there is, between these three cards, or certainly between these two cards, there is a definite movement away from something that isn't causing or that isn't bringing emotional satisfaction. So the cups represent the emotions, how we feel, and you see here there's the character walking away from the cups. There's a character in this Four of Cups. He's got three cups, but it's not enough. So there's definitely an energy of moving away towards something, hopefully something that will bring emotional satisfaction. If not in the short run, then almost certainly in the long run. But again, let's see what cards come out to follow up from these two. The next card is the Star. So the Star is to do with renewal, healing, regeneration. It's also to do with the soul, your soul purpose. So this Star card, after this Four of Cups, this can certainly represent, I mean, this is minor arcana, this is major arcana. So this minor arcana card is definitely more to do with the human day-to-day elements of things. So it might be that the human part of you is not feeling too happy, but your soul or your higher spiritual part of you is saying, well, you're in this situation stuck under the tree with only 3 cups, and there's a reason for it, and we're bringing in something to you to help you to get to this next stage. Again, let's see what else we have. After the star is the Hermit. So in this situation, the Hermit after the star can definitely be about going inside, connecting with your inner light. The star can be about, as I say, about healing, regeneration. So it might be suggesting to perhaps detox yourself a little bit, perhaps, so that you can get in touch with you can hear your inner voice a little bit clearer. So I mean, if you do any kind of juice cleansing or going to sauna or doing anything that kind of helps to clear the toxins out of the body, that can really help to sort of get the emotional energy moving. So I think this is possibly what this 6 of Swords is alluding to as well, just clearing out some old emotions. Because always when I see this 4 of Cups, I see this character here, he's kind of sulking, he's stuck, he's holding on to the past, he's holding on to old emotions, and he's not letting go in order to move forward. Page of Wands. So it's just making a start with something. The page is like a novice energy or a beginner's energy. So he or she is working towards ultimately getting to the king and queen status, but you have to start somewhere. So this page is just saying, well, I'm going to start with something and see how I get on. But if you look at just the different body language between these 2 characters, you see he's sulking, and this one is saying, okay, well, I'm looking at this wand, I don't necessarily know how to use it, how to work with it, but I'm willing to learn and I'm willing to give it a go. So it's definitely about, when you have this at the beginning of the row and then this one at the end of the row, it's about just basically changing your perspective from I can't to, well, I'm going to give it a go, I'm going to work on it myself, I'm going to trust my intuition a bit, listen to my inner guidance, and then I'm going to move off in a new direction. I'm going to try and make some action happen in a certain area of life. And then you have the 8 of Swords underneath the 4 of Cups. So again, it's a very kind of stuck energy. See this person here, the swords represent thoughts, they represent the mind. So this is sort of being trapped in thought, this is being sort of stuck in a bit of an emotional rut. So again, there's definitely this sort of movement towards, all right, pull yourself out of this, whatever this happens to be, and start heading in this direction towards some new venture, a new direction, whatever it happens to be. A Tower, surprise, breakthrough. So this energy of this lightning coming in, breaking this tower open, it could be an external situation coming in to sort of knock you out of your mental comfort zone, knock you out of your emotional comfort zone, because at the moment your so-called comfort zones are not comfortable. So you see, this person's not comfortable, this person, she's not comfortable either. Something is coming in from, assisted by the universe, to sort of knock you in that direction. I get the feeling here that, you know, sometimes we have the choice. We can be, sometimes I say we can be our own tower. We can say, you know what, I'm going to break myself out of whatever this is, and if you don't, then life will come in and do it for you. But I very much get the feeling here with the stars, like to do with your choice, listening to your higher self, listening to your inner wisdom, and making a start with it. The tower doesn't necessarily always have to be negative. Often people think that it is, but really it's just a surprising energy or something unexpected coming in. So you can be your own, you can surprise yourself, I suppose is what I'm saying here, rather than having to be surprised. But that being said, something underneath this Six of Swords can suggest that something will come in to give you that catalyst to break you out of whatever's going on here. There's also the saying that a bad day for the ego is a good day for the soul, and you've got this kind of, this is soul energy here, and this is kind of ego energy here. It's like kind of mental energy, emotional energy, sort of feeding off of one another and keeping you stuck. Sometimes something comes along and it pulls you away from this. Oh, I don't want to, come out from under this tree, or I don't want to take off my blindfold, or I don't want to take off the, come out of victimhood or whatever. A life comes in and sort of pushes you out of that. And as I said, the mind, the conditioned mind, doesn't like that at the time, but the soul does, because it liberates the soul and gets you moving in a better direction. Part of direction's more aligned with your truth. So the Hermit is about living your truth and being true to yourself. And at the middle of the reading, you have the Two of Wands. So again, like this card for me is, it's the choice that you have between certain actions. Wands represent actions. So this action here leads to certain consequences, and this action here, represented by this wand, leads to other circumstances. This wand is attached to the wall of this castle, and this person is comfortable in his castle. He's safe in his castle, but he gets to the point where he says, well, there must be something more beyond these four walls that I'm living in, and I'm going to take this wand of action, this course of action, and it's going to open up new horizons for me. It's going to move me away from going round and round in circles mentally and being stuck under the tree in this emotional rut here. So the star, and yes, and underneath the star, this can also represent cleansing. So you see this person here's characters pouring out water. It's like cleansing out old stagnant emotion, cleansing out and rethinking old negative, perhaps circular thought patterns that are maybe keeping you stuck. I have the Fool. A new start, a new chapter. So the Fool is the first card in the tarot, the first card of the major arcana. So after the Tower here, it's definitely suggesting that there is something that's going to break you out of this stuck energy and give you a new start that's more aligned with who you really are. So this soul energy and this tree are these kind of this is your soul, this is your inner wisdom, is inner knowing, and something is going to bring you into alignment. So whatever isn't serving your soul purpose, isn't serving your higher self, is going to get knocked out. So like this, for example, it can be, let's say you're in a job that you think you need, or you're attached to, and you're kind of stuck and you don't like it. This can be losing that job, or it can be a relationship. You're in a relationship, maybe the relationship is toxic, maybe the person you're in the relationship with, you can't be your true self with them. So something comes along to just break you out of that relationship, and it's perhaps a bit of a shock, but ultimately it's good because it then gives you a fresh new start to go in a different direction here with this page. and you have the Strength card. So it does, it takes strength and it takes courage to make a new start, to go off on a new journey, to head off in a new direction. It's easy to stay stuck in this kind of situation, but as I said before, the comfort zone starts to become the uncomfort zone, and you just have to break out of it. So you see here this similar kind of energy to the tower. There's this lion is resisting having his mouth opened, but this angel or this character, this goddess character in the card, is pulling it open. Kind of divine intervention of a new start, or a new direction at the very least. I have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is very grounded, very balanced. So underneath this 8 of Swords and this 4 of Cups, suggesting that if you take care of your day-to-day business, and this can be to do with taking care of your health as well, if you just take care of your health, your mind gets healthy and your emotions will get healthy. So if you get to a point where you're not, perhaps, say, overindulging, sometimes people eat when they're mentally nervous or they're emotionally unsatisfied. So this is about finding that emotional satisfaction, finding that mental satisfaction. And as I say, one way to do that is to be cautious about what you eat, and don't overeat when you find yourself in these positions here. So it's going to give you some balance. The Star also is about self-care and self-love. So at this time, try to stay away from anything that's toxic, mentally, emotionally, physically, with food as well. So the King is doing here. Four of Pentacles. So this is another energy of just holding on to the past, holding on to like a false sense of security. So this character in this Four of Pentacles, he clings tight to this pentacle, so tight that it blocks the area in the front of his chest, so his heart closes. He's got this pentacle above him, so pentacles and earthly matters in this card are more important to him than being connected to his higher self. And then on the floor, he's so held up by his money and his status and sort of the physically manifested things that he gets bogged down, and he's not free, he can't move around. And underneath the tower, it's suggesting that something's going to perhaps break you out of this false sense of security and bring you into a higher sense of security. So the Hermit has a higher sense of security because he has this inner light that can never ever be diminished by anything. So the light of your soul, again, so you see the star and the star in the Star card, can never be put out. And if you are clear and you're in touch with that, you have a certain amount of, you're free. What the King of Pentacles does is he tunes into this star, he looks inside, sees this inner value that he has, and then he crafts that into something, this pentacle here, that can go out into the world and bring him material success and material security. So he creates his own security. This Four of Pentacles, he doesn't create, he hasn't mastered this pentacle suit. He's only at 4, so he doesn't really know how to create wealth of all kinds on a sustained basis. So he just hangs on to what he's got and hopes for the best, and ends up becoming spiritually and emotionally poor, and a pauper as a result. We have another King of Cups. So again, emotional balance, emotional depth, emotional maturity, underneath the Star and underneath the Two of Wands. So keeping your emotions balanced, so that you can see the way, and you can feel and sense and intuit your way out of this stuck energy here. But when you have these pentacle, these king energies here with this sort of lower number here, it's definitely suggesting a movement towards maturity and leaving an old way of doing things in the past. And you have the Six of Pentacles, so there's already a graduation. So as I'm saying, there's like 4 here, then to a 6. So it's definitely saying that that is the direction. It's moving from, okay, this is what I've got. I've got 4 pentacles. It's not that I have 0. I don't have anything like this guy. It's not that he has 0 cups. He has something to work with, but he's just not working with it effectively. So here it's saying you're moving up the suit. So you've got these 2 kings here, then you have 4 going to 6. So it's saying, right, if this person's just holding on to his 4 pentacles, nothing is going out, so nothing else is coming in. This character, on the other hand, has more pentacles, so he has more value, has more wealth, he has more status, whatever. He's giving some of it away. He's giving it away in an appropriate manner. So he's giving some to this person, but not to this person. So he's wisely planting his seeds. This is what a King of Pentacles would do. He'll plant his seeds in a measured way, because he knows that if he puts the seeds in the right soil and takes care of them, they will bear fruit. So it's saying open up a bit, and that will lift you up to this 6th level rather than being trapped in the 4. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is about slow and steady growth. So bit of investment, so on. So having this at the end crossed by this 4 of Cups here at the end, it can suggest, well, he could be saying, well, what's the point in investing in anything? It takes too long. I'll never get there. This is useless. I might as well just stay where I am. So the message then is to just clean out the old bit by bit, bring in the new bit by bit. And each time you do that, so there's 2, each time you don't go this way and you do go this way, bit by bit, and again, page is it's kind of an incremental energy too, it will grow, and then you'll move away from, say, this sort of the energy of these 3 cards here, and you'll head in a more auspicious direction. All right, let's see what the animal cards have to say. And you have the Dragonfly illusion. You know who you really are. So this mirrors the Hermit card here. So the Hermit's about your true self. Again, if you're sort of stuck in perhaps the wrong image of yourself, perhaps you're just stuck in, this is who I am, this is who I'm supposed to be, and I can't move forward as a result. You don't get down to this good energy here. You don't get down to the auspicious energy. You sort of stay stuck. So come out of your shell a little bit, be yourself a bit more, and that will break you out of this. But some situation might, again with this Tower here, there might be some situation that puts you in the position where you have to be yourself. You have to speak your truth. You can't hide anymore, and you can't be small anymore, you know? And that sets you free with this Fool here. Fool is also a card of liberation. You see, he's free. There's nothing imposing itself on him. Angel card. Angel card is nature. So if you can, spend some time in nature, cleanse yourself. So when I see this nature card, I see the character in the star, surrounded by nature, surrounded by natural beauty to replenish yourself. I say nature is a very cleansing environment. It helps us to kind of release these old thoughts release these old emotions. And when the old thoughts, the old emotions clear, our true self can emerge, and then from a position of the true self, we can move on to this generation of wealth and value represented by these pentacles. Okay, so that's the reading for today. I hope it's been helpful. I'm going to post another reading tomorrow. If you'd like a private reading in the meantime, then there is a link in the description box. If you click on that, it'll take you to a page where there are some more details as to how you can make a booking. Okay, as I say, well, I hope the reading was useful to you, and I shall speak to you again tomorrow. Okay, till then, bye-bye.